welcome. I'm Mickey, and what we're going to look at today in today's session is our breathing and what we can do in terms of movement for strengthening our posture and the way that we are moving around generally throughout our day that will improve our ability to breathe better naturally. And by that I mean without having to go, oh, hang on a minute, what am I breathing like? Well, I see this a lot because I am teaching hundreds of people yoga every week, and this is very common. And so when you're practicing yoga, you're often practicing it a bit like that. Yeah. And when I'm like this, I'm breathing like this. When I want to be really breathing more like this, where it's open and I'm giving my breath the space that it deserves, the space that it's designed. This is how I'm designed to breathe, not like this. So we're going to strengthen our obliques, we're going to lengthen the sides of the body, and we're going to focus also on your lower back. So when your pelvis is in the wrong position, you can see if it's like this, a little bit of compression. And then if it's tucked under like this, look at what's happening here. So we want to get this, first of all, in a neutral position. So standing or sitting right now, having this in a neutral position. You can use your hands to feel that. If you're sitting, feel those sit bones on your, whatever you're sitting on. If you're standing, hips level. And this, our abs, our abdominals, this is not flared out like this, as if this is a more attractive way of going around. But it's terrible for your back. You want to have that pelvis in a neutral position so that that lower back's long and it's a little bit of core engagement there. And then these, the shoulders, we don't want our shoulders hunching forward. When our shoulders are like this, look, I want to be more like this. Oh. So if you feel like you want to roll those shoulders up, back and down now, then do it. So that wherever, if you're standing, the hands are rested here, and if you're sitting, they're also rested on here. And that you can feel right now where you can expand into. And it's not just when we think about those shoulders, thinking about that back of the shoulders, but what about here? What's happening here across the front, these pecs here? This is also tight, and also these are muscles weak. So if these muscles are weak, we're not able to hold this whole structure up. So we want to strengthen here, have this all in the right position, engage here, and lift up out of that waistline that can often become sluggish and podgy and just there's no movement around there, and there's no energy around there. So we're going to get this whole system moving. So we're going to start by that. So you're going to stand up or sit up where you are now. And I want you to feel that in yourself so that the way that you're moving is unique to you, if you like. There's no point in just looking at me and trying to copy what I'm doing. Rather, listen to the guidelines and see if you can apply that into your own body. And we're going to begin by extending the arms out. And if you're standing, let's all come to stand. Feet are a little bit wider than the hips. And then we're going to bring the hands in, flick the fingers. And on the inhale, we're going to open those arms out wide. We're still flicking the fingers. Exhale in. Inhale, open wide. Exhale in. Flick the fingers as quickly as you can. Again, moving, pumping. So it's only the heart that's a pump in the body. The other systems of the body, rely on movement as a pump. So when you're not moving, those systems are stagnating. When you're moving, you're stimulating, you're pumping oxygen and blood around the body towards the heart. Yeah, and then we're going to stretch them out, and we're going to bring the left hand down to the hip, and the right hand you're going to extend it overhead. Then I want you to keep that right arm next to the ear, the bicep next to it, and slide the left arm down the outside of the left leg. And that should feel nice and juicy in there. Then we're going to go to the other side. So the right arm comes down to the outside of the leg. You slide it down and you're going to the other side, the biceps next to the ear. I'm going to step back so you can see me a little bit more clearly. We're going to come back up to center. We're going to slide over to the other side and extend up. We're just stretching now. Then let's windmill those over. Stretching over. Try not to kind of collapse forward or back, but rather move on line. And you're kind of moving at a windmill. I call this a windmill. That's it. Exhaling over. Exhaling over. Nice. And then bring the arms down by your side. Roll those shoulders out the way again. And let's step the feet a little bit closer together. And step one foot forward. Let's all go to the right. Foot forward. Stretch the foot. And use your legs more. Use your legs more. So that if I was in the room with you, I wouldn't be able to knock you. So you're not wobbling around like this. You're standing very firm. You bring the arms up. The arms are overhead. And if you're a little, so let's see how much rotation you've got in those shoulders by bringing the arm back, but at the price of a compressed lower back. Lifting and using that shoulder. So you're not compressing there. You're moving the arm and the shoulder. We're going to bring the other one up with us. And then we're going to extend and have a sense, really press back on the outside of the left heel and the front mount of the foot, so that you're lifting up and forward and you're lengthening through the fingers. Breathing there. 3, 4, and then 5, lifting up, sweeping the arms down, stepping that foot together and then going to the other side. Now that should feel really juicy. We're lifting up out of the waistline there. So you're extending the arms up, drawing them back towards the ears. The tilt is happening here, so that you're using the legs. I can't emphasize this enough, that you really use the legs more than you realize that you need to, so that you can't move the legs, the stability. And you're going forward and the back's lengthening. Then you're inhaling up and we're extending around. Ooh, already feeling like you're in a stretching machine? Yeah. And then we're going to come to the front of the mat and we're going to add that into a little bit of a flow. So we open the arms up on the inhale, flow down, extend, fold, right foot back, right knee down, and sweep the arms up again. Draw the biceps back. Hips go slightly forward so that you lift back and you're looking up towards the ceiling. Lifting and extending, whoops. And again, you don't want to be doing what I'm doing there, falling about. So you're using these big muscles. These are designed to stabilize us. So let's use them. Inhale, and then on the exhale, you straighten up the spine. You take an inhale there, and on the exhale, you twist the elbow outside the knee and you rotate around. Again, this knee is pushing hard against the back of that. What you don't want to happen is for this to collapse in, and that means that you're not really using your legs. Twist nice and full all the way around. And then we're going to tuck. I'm just going to turn around so you can see the toes under and stretch back. Now, when you stretch that leg back, I want you to feel the stretch in the calf. And again, it's the calf muscle is pumping the blood from the lower part of the body up towards the heart. And then release, frame that front foot, and we're just going to spring off the back foot, that foot, and we're going to bring that leg up, ideally not touching the floor, and bring it into a tree pose. Woo! Which is either inner thigh and arms up again. So, and if you can't bring the foot to the inner thigh, option B is to have it on the calf or option C on the ankle. And then sweep it down. Let's go to the other side. So you sweep the arms up, open the armpits, fold down, extend, fold, left foot back, exhale, knee down, inhale, arms up, lift, then you go back, you're looking up, taking an inhale, and then straightening up. On the exhale, inhale, twist, hooking the elbow outside the knee, rotate. Ooh. And again, you want to take this further, you stretch back through the calf, really push. The more you stretch through the heel, pumping that blood upwards towards the heart, using that calf muscle to do that. That's how it works. This is what makes yoga the fabulous practice that it is. Springing, we're moving the body in a way to get all these systems working around the body, and that's what creates this overall well-being. Into tree and then floating down. Then we're going to float the arms up again, flow down, extend the right foot back, but this time not touching the mat with a knee, opening up to warrior two, forearm to thigh, extend the arm over, and then we're going to extend the other arm over. Oh, this is the juicy stuff. Inhale up, exhale, reverse. Inhale, exhale, 1, 2. Inhale, center, exhale, reverse. Inhale, exhale, 3, 4. You can see that my legs are not moving. On 5, we're going to open up, cartwheel down, step back, lower through a vinyasa, stretch back to upward facing dog, and then a nice walk forward. Forward fold. Let's give that head and the arms a nice shake there, feel loose, and then roll up. Shoulders up, back and down, then arms up, flow down, extend, fold, left leg back, keep the hands, the knee off the floor, high lunge, heart center, warrior two, that forearm to thigh, and then extend, 1, 2, inhale, exhale, inhale, 3 in the exhale, 4, 5, open up to warrior two, cartwheel down, you're still there, vinyasa, walking forward. Oh, inhale, extend, exhale, fold, and then walk the feet to the edges of the mat, roll on the heels, sit down to Malasana squat. Fantastic Malasana squat. Then we're going to sit down, Navasana. Lots of strengthening here. One of Mickey's favourites, lowering down, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, back up, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Cross the ankles, come to sit up. I'm going to do some floor work now. So extending the legs away, bring the right knee in and open the right knee out to the side, and then lift. Again here, that lifting. Let's get the ball. And as we extend, we've got stretching, and I want you to look up towards the ceiling. Some people can get to their foot. Some people will still be here. Inhale, and let's go back. Oh, inhale, and then let's bring that right knee in and add a twist. Oh. Ooh, these twists, they're not only relaxing the lower back, the muscles in the lower back, but really twisting around that midline there, that area where, as I was saying at the beginning, tends to get not so much movement in modern cultures. because we spend a lot of time sitting. And as I'm always saying when I'm teaching yoga, sitting and slouching are two different things. Relaxing and slouching are two different things. It's more relaxing to sit up because you're breathing properly. When you're not breathing properly, this isn't relaxing because you've got less oxygen going to your brain. And you're starving yourself of oxygen. And that is not relaxing. That's causing anxiety and stress, my friends. Inhale, extend. Again, you're going over towards that foot. And for some people, they can get to the foot and they can maintain that stretch. Let's go back. This is fun, isn't it? Forward. Back. Let's go forward one more time. Lifting up out of that waist. Forward. And bringing that knee in. We're wrapping it around. We're twisting around to the other way. So when you're twisting around in this way, you can, again, why I put that knee in this, or like this, it's like in a neck grip, is to create that stability with the legs, so then my torso can move nice and freely. It's great. And then we're coming back to center and we're extending the legs out in front, and then coming to lie down with the legs up, feet above the head. Fantastic. Arms wide, relax the shoulders. How are those shoulders feeling? Fabulous. Let's give the legs a nice shake. So then bring them together, bring the knees together. We're going to do a nice eagle bind twist. It's a good way to practice eagle bind. So left over right, hands over knees, bring those knees in so you can get into that stiff area. And then we're going to go to the right, so left leg's on top. And then you're trying to open up the space at the collarbones to get the left shoulder down as you look to the left hand. So it's a dynamic twist. And again, around that middle there is really working. And then let's untwist. Come back to center. Right over left. Yeah. And even if you can't wrap those legs around, if that's not available, just squeeze the thighs together. Knees go left, and then I'm tucking the left shoulder under because I'm extending the right arm away. I'm trying to get the right shoulder down, trying to stretch these muscles and all that tension that can be across the front of that shoulder there. Nice inhale, nice long exhale. And then round towards the center, straighten the legs, extend them away. Let's bring the hands up. And let's shake up off. And you can add in a nice and then we're in Shavasana. Relaxing there. You can press pause, or you can follow me back up to a seated position. Now, how's those shoulders? Roll them up and back now. And before we break off, I just want to say one thing, and that is that this was about 20 minutes that we've just done together. And in that 20 minutes, body's really moving around. And now at the end, you're thinking, yeah, I can really connect by what you're saying, Mickey, for sitting up. The issue is, and this challenge is, to take this sitting up position off the mat, back to your desk, back to whatever you were doing or wherever you're doing today or tonight or this afternoon, and to really lock this in as a better way of sitting, which isn't going to be easy if you're sitting like this a lot. It's going to feel like you're really working it, but I encourage you to do it, because what you're doing now is 20 minutes, and then for the rest of the day, you're sitting like this. So it's literally impossible for this to really do that much, because you're training your body to breathe and sit like this for X amount of hours a day. What we're doing in our yoga practice is retraining us to sit and breathe better, which will affect our overall well-being. So when people are very angry and angst and I can pretty much bet a lot of them will be sitting like this because they're not breathing well enough. And this creates tightness in the mindset, not just in the body. So let's breathe nice, open and wide. Let's take 2 breaths together, inhaling. Feel that, give it the space. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Wonderful. Well done. Pop this back on replay whenever you feel that you need to reset it. Strengthen your obliques and your core. Subscribe to my channel and join me next time on the mat. Carry on.